Thank you very much, and it's a pleasure to be here this afternoon. And I'm mindful that that lunch is probably not too far away, and you may be eager to get out. So I'll jump straight into it. So I just want to share with you very clearly our mission at Starpharma for those that are not familiar with us as an organisation. The reason that we as a staff of 45 come to work, and we work with the drugs that we develop, but also that we develop for our partners. It's with a very clear mission to help patients with significant illnesses such as cancer to achieve improved quality of life and health outcomes, but it's also using our unique technology, which is based on a dendrimer drug delivery technology. Starpharma is Australian-based. We're ASX listed. We have been around for around 20 years developing this technology. Came out of SPHRY, which is a government-funded research organisation in Australia. We're quite uniquely positioned globally with the development that we have done in this space, but also with the depth of experience that we have. Over 20 years, we've got a very uniquely experienced team. We've got a strong IP position, and we've clinically validated the technology in over 350 patients. We also have a pipeline of products that we've developed, a number of partnerships, and some on-market products. Just to talk a little bit about the dendrimer technology, if you're not familiar with it, if you imagine it, it's a scaffold that is quite specific. It is built to different sizes, and it allows various attachments to be made to that scaffold. The benefit of the technology is that you can add different drugs to the technology, to the platform. You can add different targeting modalities. You can attach radioisotopes. You can change the linker that attaches those to the technology. And that's important because it allows you to build a very specific construct to target a specific area of the body to be released at a particular time in a particular location and to stay within the body for a period of time. Now, that all sounds like it's quite basic drug development and discovery, in that you always intend to do that. But the way in which existing drugs on the market, there are many that have that are not as effective as ideal, or they do have unintended side effects. You can attach to the dendrimer technology, and it will show a benefit of improving efficacy and reducing side effects, but also for more advanced drugs that are being developed. Many of them are highly targeted but may come with an increased toxicity, and so our technology can really help with that development. I just wanted to share the benefit of the technology through a patient story. Julie, who's just 38 years of old, with metastatic colorectal cancer, initially diagnosed with stage 3, but quickly with an aggressive form of cancer advanced to stage 4. For those who are unaware, colorectal cancer is one of the most significant cancers around the world, and in the US is the single most highest killer for men below the age of 50. In this particular case, Julie had been treated with 16 cycles of treatment. She'd had surgery and radiotherapy. And as she was advancing, you're just thinking she's 38 years of age, a very aggressive form of cancer, her next step was to be treated in a combination therapy with a drug called irinotecan. But after 4 cycles, she showed that she could not tolerate the medication. Now, Julie was enrolled in our clinical study, and the drug that I referred to as irinotecan, the active in irinotecan is SN38. So our study was around combining SN38 with our DEP technology. Julie was able to join the trial and be treated. She had 25 cycles of the drug. And what you can see is quite clear efficacy in reduction of tumour over the 27 weeks, but also it was extremely well tolerated. So I use this patient case as just an example of showing that there is an existing drug on the market that was not tolerated by this patient after 4 cycles, but in taking that active and combining it with our DEP technology, this patient not only was able to tolerate it, but it also showed significant reduction in her tumour size and was able to have an improved quality of life with very little side effects and well tolerated. But this has also been shown more broadly in DEP-SN38. If I continue to share that example with that drug, this is a phase 2 clinical trial looking at advanced colorectal cancer, but also platinum-resistant ovarian cancer. The left-hand side of the slide looks at the efficacy. The teal bar shows the improvement using DEP-SN38, and on the right-hand side just exemplifies that it is far more tolerable. There's very few side effects when you're combining this active with our technology versus the chemotherapy treatment that is available and quite widely used today. Starpharma has actually used our technology to develop a number of assets. You can see on the pipeline side that we've got 3 assets that are phase 2 using the Dendrimer platform. We're also in early stages in combining it with radiodiagnostic and radiotherapeutic. And for those that know the area, you'll know that this is a very active space and one of high interest. And our goal is to exemplify the use of the technology in the radio space, but also to show that it can be used for partners if they are interested to show improved efficacy or tolerability for the drugs they're developing. On the right-hand side, you can see that we have ongoing partnerships. These companies are using our technology to also develop their drugs. Genentech and MSD, and Medici is a private equity company based out of the UK that we have a joint venture to develop a single asset with. We also have 3 on-market products that are over-the-counter, Viralase, which is a nasal spray for prevention for COVID and respiratory illness, and Flurstat or Vivagel for the treatment and prevention of bacterial vaginosis. So the benefit of our technology is that we have the ability to develop our own assets in-house, but we also have the ability to do research collaborations and license opportunities with partners for their development of drug assets also. The Dendrimer means you can, as I talked about the flexibility before, you can attach small molecules to large full antibodies. It brings great flexibility, but it is a very precisely manufactured conjugate that allows for improved efficacy, as I said, and tolerability. I've been with Starpharma just for 12 months now, taken over from the previous CEO who was there for 17 years. It's been a journey for our organisation, there's no doubt. Over the last 12 months, and certainly as I joined, we took considerable time to take a deep dive into what is the value that we have in the business, where do we need to focus, how do we bring greater value to our partners, to patients and to our shareholders. And these are the 3 clear areas that we focus on. So it's one around maximising that DEP asset value, those that we have created to phase 2, to accelerate our early asset development, which is for our radio products particularly, but also our partner products. And the third one is around long-term sustainability. So creating revenue opportunities through licensing, but also through those products that we have on market. Our organisation is structured around these priorities, and we measure ourselves against these, and we ask our shareholders also to measure ourselves against this focus, and they're the catalysts that we would ask for any new investor or somebody who's considering investing in Starpharma to be looking out for developments against those 3 priorities. With that, I thank you very much for your time, and happily take any questions that you might have at booth 27 later this afternoon or tomorrow. Thank you very much.